Hi, and welcome to this springtime DIY with Miss Jo. Today I'm going to show you some fun things to do with mason jars. I love to play around with colors and love to find recycled uses for things. So I have some mason jars here that I have painted with chalk paint. And if you can see this one, I've kind of distressed it a little bit in here just by taking a little light grit sandpaper. This was a bottle I had just hanging around the house, an old milk bottle, so I went ahead and used a matte chalk paint and antiqued it. And this is the one I'm going to show you how to make today, and this is my cute little Easter jar. So I'm going to start with that one. You can get chalk paint at any Michael's, Walmart carries it. Also, you can take acrylic paint and add to like half a cup of paint. You can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of plaster of Paris and mix that in and make your own homemade chalk paint. But isn't this cute? And it's so easy to do. I've made a little template for my jar here, and this was done by putting painter's tape on wax paper, and then I traced around my template and cut it out, and then here you have the sticky side. Now I've got a clean mason jar, and I have first rubbed the mason jar down with isotopic alcohol. It dries really fast and it helps the paint to adhere better. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to find where I want to put my stencil. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that it sticks down so it's like there. And I've put a little bit of chalk paint. I found that natural sponges, or you could even probably use a kitchen sponge, is the easiest way to paint the jars. So you just go and start like this, and you just keep kind of sponging your paint on, just kind of like that, and kind of even it out there. And we'll just keep, you don't have to worry about painting on the bottom, just the sides, and then kind of around the top. And you want to give it 2 good coats, but we're just gonna dab that on there like that. And as you can see, it's starting to look fun already. And then when this is dry, you can just peel your sticker off, and what's going to happen is it's going to end up looking like that clear. And you could take this and you could add your favorite jelly beans. You could put, maybe you want to put some nice silk flowers in it for a centerpiece in your table. But really fun and easy to do. And if you notice, I've got 2 different kinds. Now, chalk paint comes in a matte, which is just kind of like that, and a glossy, which is like this one. They're both easy to apply. So, and the next thing, so you could do this as a weekend project, make a really cute Easter jar, or springtime. Now, another fun thing to do with your mason jars is make them into treat jars. So the first one I have here, I've made a little Easter basket, and I'm going to kind of undo the lid and show you right there. I've got a chocolate bunny and a peep, and this fun stuff here is actually edible grass, and you can find that in some of the stores around here. So you make just a really darling alternative to a basket. You can give them a little Easter jar, and you just put your favorite candies in there, and that makes a really fun little gift for someone. Now the next one, I'm going to show you how to make, and the recipe is going to be on our Facebook page. Look how cute this is. This is bunny s'mores. So I'm going to show you how to make this one, because who wouldn't like to get bunny s'mores to celebrate spring? Now, to make our Peep s'mores here, what we're going to do first is you take a sleeve of graham crackers, and I've already kind of crunched mine up, but you want to crush them down to some even powder, and you can leave some chunks in here, and that's okay too. So what you want to do, the first part, is you want to put about half of that, dump half of that into the jar like that. And then the next thing you're going to do is our friends, the Peeps. We want 8 Peeps. And I just leave them stuck together and kind of pop them on in the jar. And you want to get them so that they face out, but not really scrunch too badly. And then I'm going to take the other 8, and we're going to... And these, by the way, you can do it with plain, or I chose to use the Cocoa Bunnies because I thought that would be really fun. So we're going to take our other little bunnies here and get them. Now this takes kind of a little bit of dexterity, but it's worth the effort to get our bunnies down in the jar there. That. Then the next thing we're going to do in the middle of that, because we got kind of a little bunny hole, you can use a spoon, it makes it a little easier, but I'm going to put in the rest of our graham crackers because that kind of supports the bunnies, and I'm going to kind of squish that down like that. Then the next thing we're going to do, of course, you can't have s'mores without chocolate. So I've got some spring M&Ms, and I have my handy measuring cup here. So I'm going to measure out. So we're going to put about 1 1/4 cups in there. I got my half-cup measure, so oops. And that can happen, but oh well, just like that. That's okay if you have a few strays here and there. Then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some brown sugar, and we're going to measure out about 1/3 cup. So I'm going to put that on in here. So all right. So now we're going to put 1/3 cup of brown sugar packed, and we're going to just crunch that right down there on the top, just like that. Now we're going to put our Easter lid on there. And to finish our thing off, I'm going to tie some of this cute Easter ribbon around there. Now to the mix, you're going to dump this mix in a 9-inch square baking pan. And then you take the little bunnies and you're going to use your kitchen shears or a knife and cut them into small pieces. And then mix that with the dry mix there. And once you get the dry mix all patted down in your pan, then you're going to melt a stick of butter. And to that, you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, stir that together, then evenly pour that over your bunny mixture. But here we go, and look at that. Easter bunny s'mores in a jar. It's fun, it's easy, you could even get your kids in on it, and this makes a wonderful gift for someone, or just something fun to cook up as a treat to celebrate spring. So there you have all the wonderful things you can do with mason jars. Thanks for being with me on this spring DIY, and we'll see you next time. Take care.